So it's Monday, May 2nd, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the kind of psychological, mental parts of the trail because that's what's been coming up for me. You've probably heard in the last few videos little tidbits about how, I really needed the day off at Woods Hole and running out of water and the challenges. Well, it's interesting because I was thinking back along the lines when I said, after 3 weeks, after Georgia and North Carolina, if you can get through the first 3 weeks or so, you're physically fit and, it gets easier. And it does physically on some level, partially because you have more physical stamina and have gained muscle where you need it, and partially because the terrain gets slightly better. But here's the rub. Where it gets better there, it gets worse in other areas. So now what I'm dealing with is the bugs, the ticks, the extreme heat, extreme humidity, and going back and forth between that and kind of extreme wetness and cold. So, for instance, yesterday, it started out raining, as you know. I was at the captain's and it had been raining, so we didn't even get out of our tents until about 9:30. And it was supposed to rain like that for 7 days, and I honestly didn't know how I was going to do it. Because there's nothing, I can't even explain to you what it's like to come into a camp, set up a wet tent, be completely wet, get inside of that. Most of your stuff in there then is wet. Setting up, and then just feeling like you're in soup all night. You're clammy and disgusting, and condensation is dripping from the walls. And to think that that was going to happen for 7 days was really kind of getting to me. And I have to say, yesterday morning when I was going up the hill, it was 100% humidity. I was generating a lot of heat, and I thought I was suffocating. I mean, it was so overwhelmingly hot and claustrophobic, and it just felt horrible. And I just didn't know how I was going to be able to do it for 5 to 7 days, whatever the forecast had said. So, strangely, what happened, about noon, the sun came out. Out of nowhere, the forecast was completely wrong. And sun came out, we had a glorious day. We got to a shelter 12 miles later, stayed there, stayed in the shelter so we didn't have to take out our tents. We did dry them out, but we didn't sleep in them, and thank goodness, because then there was a thunder shower last night. But then today, look around, it's beautiful again. So it's interesting. I keep thinking of this quote by one of my favorite philosophers, Mike Tyson, who said, he said when asked about strategies and plans, he said, yeah, everybody's got a strategy till they get punched in the face, which is exactly how I feel. It's like the AT just keeps punching me in the face. And, it doesn't matter what plan I have, what strategy I have to kind of kick these miles out, something comes and punches me in the face. And so what I'm realizing is that the AT is like, it's teaching me some amazing things, because it's teaching me how to kind of to pivot, how to move with the changes that it throws at me. And it's just, it's quite an amazing thing to realize that the things that have been getting me down are actually teaching me so much, and I'm learning so much. And so just wanted to share that with you, especially because I think sometimes these videos have the feel of being very romantic, and especially, my Woods Hole hostel video, which I loved, and so many of you did. Thank you for your comments on that. I really love that place. It deserves that kind of feeling in the video. But the AT is tough, and it keeps punching you in the face. So.
I'm sitting here under the Kefir oak, which is the largest tree of its kind on the AT in the south, and I believe one of the oldest.
So this is my first real thunderstorm on a ridge line. They say it shouldn't be on a ridge line. Fortunately, it's one with trees, so I think I'm okay, but I guess you just never know. So don't really know what else can do. I have 6 miles to get off this. So.